What's up, everybody? Figured I'd chime in here on another quick little how-to here. So probably about 5 months ago I redid this whole entire thing. We had a serious crack over here in the hood, so that's all fixed. Never telling in a million years where it was cracked, but it had a crack shot all the way across here. There's another one that I patched up and fixed. Got new decals made all up for it. Painted all the red, repainted all the red, repainted all the black. Now, customer complaint here is there's too much black in the rear 5 months later. So a little bit of a fucking cuckoo, but I don't get paid to make them decisions. I get paid to do the work. So I want to show you real quick. The reason for this video is I'm doing a two-tone, right? So this is same thing as the other side here. Now, these are brand new decals, and this is, I don't know if you want to call this a raised edge or a lowered edge, but sometimes you'll have like signs that'll have raised, stamped raised letters, and it's hard. It ain't just as simple as throwing some tape on it and running a razor blade around everything, like if you want a two-tone. So if you want like the back of this, so the guy wants the back, he wants this section here red, and he wants to leave the top and the bottom, top lip, bottom lip black. Now this edge right here, you can't just throw a piece of tape in there straight all the way across, or throw a piece of tape in there a little higher than this edge and run a razor blade across, because you'll get I don't care how good you are, you'll get some zigzags that you won't like. And again, these decals are all brand new, so we're trying to save the decals so we don't have to get them made up again. And I'm going to show you a little trick for edges like this, and show you another little trick for saving the decals. So let's show you what I got going on here. So what you do is get your tape. I use the green tape because it doesn't leave a residue after the fact when you go to peel it all off. But take your piece of tape and you tape it above that edge that I was just showing you in the tailgate, above that line, all the way down, whole match. Same thing with this top edge, all the way across. Okay? Then what I do, I take a carpenter pencil with a nice fat tip on it, and I'll run that after I drop it. Take the pencil and I run it all the way down the line. And that pencil stays in that groove, in that stamped groove, where the razor blade won't. So the pencil stays in this groove all the way across, and the razor blade won't. So to take your pencil line, after you draw your pencil line, you take your razor and you'll run your blade across that pencil line. And if you do that, you'll be smack dab straight every single time. I started the video a little late because I already done I've already done that on this side also. But I'll show you real quick after I knock everything over what we did for the letters. Same thing. Take your tape and you go rub it on the letters real good. That's another reason why I like this green tape, because it don't rip decals all off. You rub it all the way on real nice and firm. And then what you're going to do is, again, take your pencil, trace it. The pencil tip will glide along the decal, as long as you don't over press it. So you trace that out. Sharper your pencil, the better, but oop, a little over there. Shit, not even showing you guys. So yeah, anyways, you trace your letters the same way with a pencil. So I can get you guys set up. I'm going to razor blade this, show you how nice it comes out. So hang on a sec, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to have to get a camera if I really want to make a go at this YouTube thing, because it's as close as I can get you guys. The phone won't let me zoom in on this mode, whatever the hell that means. So, and I can't hold it. I'm a two-hand kind of guy. Alright, so without making this a 45-minute long video, now that I got my pencil line drawn out and I like it, I'm just going to take my razor, take my time, I'm going to follow that inside, I'm going to stick to the inside of that pencil line. That's going to be around the decal. Spot on. Slowly learning, doing some studying on YouTube videos. Most people don't want to listen to someone talk, run their mouth for 45 minutes, or stare at the back of my head while I'm doing this. So once I get this 400 cc's cut out, I'll show you up and close how good it came out. Alright, so now that I've got my 400 cc decal cut out, I'm going to go ahead and put newspapers in all the spots that I don't want overspray, because we are working with a red here. So I'll get done with that and then I'll show you how I'm going to prep this black, even though it's not old paint, but I'm still gonna prep it a certain way here. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now I got everything all taped up, you know, my letters cut out. I took the tailgate right completely off because the customer said that he didn't care about the tailgate being painted. But if he does want it painted down the road, it's easy enough for me to just take it right off the machine instead of hauling the machine back and forth. So because I didn't paint this about 5 months ago, it's not all beat up or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me a good thick piece of paper towel, and I'm going to get it lightly wet. That's why I go so thick, because I don't want it to be too much. All I want to do is clean this surface off. So now I got that ready. Just going to clean that black surface right off. Get into the corners real good. What we want to do is get any grease or fingerprints off of there as we can. And it's actually pretty clean. Like I said, I did this only about 5 months ago, so I didn't really get dirty at all, other than some rainstorms. I'm going to do it one more time just for good measures. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and then I'll get the primer laid out. Alright, we got our primer. We're ready to put our primer on. I always buy paint fresh off the shelf if I can, but even still, you don't know how long it's been on the shelf. So listen to the can, give it a real good shake up before you run it. Even primer, it don't matter, because I bought primer or paint before, and you'll if you don't shake it up long enough, you'll go and you'll start spraying it on, and it'll be like splatters and splurts, and it just looks like shit. So you give it a good shake. Always give it a good spray away from the area, just so I'm working with straight paint or straight primer. Get down where I can see it good. Start setting it, but stay away from it. I've said it in my other videos. Just layer. Don't try to cover it all in one goop. That's where you'll get your runs from. We'll do the other side. I'm going to carry this contraption that I got going on to hold the phone up. So I'm just going to show you one side until I get the other side done, and then I'll swap over. Alright, so we got our primer all on. I got 2 coats of primer. And what I like to do too when I prime something, it's another thing my dad taught me. If you're painting something and you want it to come out sweet, especially with a can of spray paint, or if you're a step better than me and you feel comfortable playing with the air compressor paint. I don't. It's a world that I haven't gotten into. I was born with a rattle can in my hand pretty much. So, but one thing my father taught me is when you got all your Bondo, like if you have to put Bondo in a spot and you got all your Bondo laid out and you think that you got it perfect, spray it with the Bondo or spray it with the primer and then just stare at it, because if you can see it in the primer, and this is what I was taught, if you can see it in the primer, you're gonna see it twice as bad in the paint. So I like to, now that I have primer on this, I already did before I started recording, but I like to stare at it and look for any kind of fish eyes, runs, bubbles, paint not sticking to the surface. But this is perfect. It's come out good, so I'm happy with it. I'm gonna hit it with the actual paint again. Got a brand new can of paint. Spray off to the side until you got just paint coming out of the can. Can't repeat it enough. Put it on in layers. If you try to put too much paint on, you're gonna get a run. I've noticed that white is easy to get runs with, and black is easy to get runs with. So that's my first coat. I usually rock with 3 to 4 coats. So I'm gonna go over, hit the other side real quick, and I'll probably be back with you in between coats. Another thing I want to mention too is when you're putting your primer on, that's important to be dry before you start working with your primer, or before you start working with your paint. Because if your primer ain't dry all the way, then you're gonna get your runs, your fish eyes, and all that stuff. So make sure your primer is good and dry before you start painting. Now, when you come back for a second coat with your paint, that's a different story. You want it to be tacky when you go to put your next coat on. So with this being the first coat, I wait probably 2 to 3 minutes before, and then I'll start putting my second coat down. I'll wait another 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll put my third coat down. Now your third coat / fourth coat, all depending on your highs and lows, and you want a good deep gloss all the way through. So that's where that third / fourth coat will come in play. You'll start getting that real deep gloss throughout the whole project. So again, you want to make sure your primer is completely dry, and then paint it. When you start painting it for the second time, do it every 2 to 3 minutes. This is ready for another shot. Shake it up good in between coats. Give it a test run again. What I like to do also is I'll start from the top to the bottom. Next coat, I'll go from the bottom to the top, and then third coat, top to the bottom. I'll make my coats nice and even. I don't know if that actually plays into factor, but in my brain it makes sense. So we'll get right back in a sec. Alright, so as I look at it, it's looking really good, high and low wise. Shine wise, looking really good. So I'm going to do a third and final time, and this job is done, other than taking the tape all back off. And I already washed the back half earlier this morning. I'm going to wash the front half afterwards. Over and do my other side, and then we're going to detape this thing. Alright, so let's start taking off the wrapping paper here. It's kind of like Christmas morning to me when I start taking the tape and the paper and stuff off, because you're anxious to see all that hard work. What's it look like? Did it come out like you expected, or does it look like fucking shit and gotta restart the whole process over again to redo it because you didn't like it? So it's 50-50 for me. I'm as excited as a kid on Christmas morning to take it off, but I'm a little nervous at the same time. So I know that I'm a hillbilly, folks, okay? And I know that I got the bare minimum on video work and all that stuff, but I do appreciate my 6 subscribers. One thing I'd appreciate from y'all, because this stuff here is 150% my passion. I love doing this stuff. I work at Walmart, and I've been there 10 years, third shift. It's a decent paying job, but it's got its ups and downs, and I'm at that 10-year. I really got to go to work again tonight, and I'm miserable the whole time I'm there. So if I could be doing this full time as a job, something I love, like, you know, they say, if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. What I would appreciate from you guys is share, like, comment, subscribe. Please, it takes 2 seconds. I never used to do all that. I'd watch my YouTube video that I wanted to get an answer from real quick, and then boom, done. Where then people get more successful is from your thumbs up, your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, all that happy stuff. I don't understand the exact homework behind it all yet, but I'm really trying. I'm getting my toes wet, see how it goes and all that stuff. So I really would appreciate it, y'all. So thank you for watching anyways, even if you don't give me a thumbs up. So let's see what this looks like. I don't like leaving the paint to fully harden before I start taking the tape off, because sometimes that paint will kind of tear away, like you didn't do a good enough prep. And I've even seen it before where you do a really good prep and it's still, the paint will kind of come with the tape. So I don't like waiting until the paint fully hardens. I let it get to the tack up point, and then I start taking the tape off. If it feels too wet as I'm going along, then I'll stop and I'll wait a little bit longer. like one of those sensational videos where I think that's what it's called, but where they sit there and jerk you off half the video before you get to see the 100% done. Well, that's as far as I'm gonna go right now, guys. You got to keep watching for another 15-20 minutes before I take the rest of the tape off. Just fucking with you. Let's see what it looks like. Or I'll do this. If I get 60,000 subscribers in the next month, I'll pull the top piece of tape off. Fucking idiots. That's why I like this green tape, because it's not aggressive on the layer beneath it. Nice clean line. Now the 400cc right here, that's going to take a second. I'm not going to torture you guys to make you watch that, but I'm going to take that 400cc off. I'm going to take the rest of the tape off the other side, and I'm going to pull this out, and we'll do a walk around and see what y'all think. Alright guys, let's take a walk before it downpours again. Look at all the shit I gotta work on. For fuck's sakes. There's no fucking end to it. That dirt bike, this Pushmore, and this yellow rider is the only machine here that don't fucking need anything. Well, that one don't neither. That's for sale, but the lady wants a lot of money for it. So let's take a peek at this fucking. I think the bed looks sick. I knew it would. It's a cool ass machine. It's got electric dump that actually works. Big oversized tires. The only downfall with this machine is it's only rear wheel drive, but badass. I've had this fucker loaded right to the roof with sand, and it never bothered the dry train in it at all. But personally, I love that fucking bed. I think it breaks it up just enough perfectly. Complements the black complements that. We saved the 400cc decal on both sides. Got it all washed and ready to load up and go back to the customer. So my phone's at like 5 frickin' percent now. I gotta do one more thing to this before I bring it to the customer. I wanted to make a real quick ending with you guys. I wanted to show you the bed. Please, please, please let me know, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this was helpful for you guys. You know, if you got something that's all sun faded and beat up looking, with a little bit of time and a little bit of can do, you can easily make it look nice again. There's no better feeling than taking something that looks like shit. This really didn't look like shit. The hood was sun faded and it had a crack in it. And the decals were all peeled off, but I got some new decals made up. They're exact copy to factory. And painted the hood, painted the black. Now finished, got the bed sides all painted. I think the bed came out sick. You guys know what you think. Please share, please subscribe. Can't stress that enough. But that bed will dump 750 pounds. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. Well, that's alright, I wanted to show you the bed working anyway. But I gotta put stabilizer and gas in this machine before I bring it back. But pretty nice machine. It's been well capped. Except the interior. But it's just a seat. Got differential lock for posi rear end or one wheel, emergency brake, everything all works, all the brakes work all the way around it. Yeah, we're gonna gas this up. I got about 3 gallons. I'm gonna put about 3 gallons with some stabilizer. Thank you guys for stopping in. I really appreciate your time, and please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.